What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Derek D. Ginger King. Welcome back to General Manage Mode. This is episode 19. What? Episode 19, that's crazy. My bracket is busted. I'm done with basketball. Let's get back to wrestling. Which match do you want to see featured on the 19th episode of General Manager Mode? Alright, well, you had some extra time to vote for this. 15 total votes. Everyone got a little love here. But the winner, John Cena versus The Rock. So we begin Monday Night Raw with, once again, Triple H making his presence felt here. Let me go back to it. Oops. Triple H versus Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn was the only man to have defeated Triple H. So this is why it's significant. So Triple H defeated Billy Gunn. There is not a man on the roster who has defeated Triple H and not paid for it. Billy Gunn was the only man to do that, and now he has been taken care of. And I just got a tweet or a text or a something. So Triple H being dominant as he normally is, who's going to be his number one contender at Money in the Bank? I hope that we resolve this issue within the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, we're just going to let WWE 2K take care of it, and I'm okay with that. It's been awesome. Nikki Bella versus Layla. This was a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, and I want to clear up something else. I mean, this is for $11,000. You get the gimmick match win, and then you also get, like, the, let's see, how much did I pay her out? Layla lost, so Nikki Bella won. Oh, just 10. Okay, perfect. She's at a total of 11,000. Sorry, I'm trying to get back into it. I'm sorry. It's been basketball week. Went over all the smoke inhalation that is. I probably have very, very future good chances of getting cancer with the amount of smoke I've inhaled in the past couple of days in Wendover. But I digress. Let's continue. Nikki Bella, Layla, $10,000. The reason that it's still $10,000 for Divas, even though they don't have as big a part as like in Money in the Bank, they'll still have a Survivor Series. They'll still have to get a spot at SummerSlam, and they'll still have to get a spot at WrestleMania and the Rumble. So it should be pretty even. And that's why they're making this money. Also, WWE 2K said that there should be a Falls Count Anywhere match between two Divas, so who am I to say no? So I just wanted to clear that up, just in case any of you were thinking, well, why are they getting $10,000? They're not relevant. They kind of are in my universe mode. Triple threat matchup, Edge, Booker T, Mankind. I loved this match. This match was good. I'm pretty sure someone was bleeding in this matchup. I think Mankind was busted open by Booker T. And then I think Edge busted open Booker T. And Mankind ended up winning this matchup. Maybe they all three bled? I don't know, but Mankind only has 500. The other two have negative 500. Mankind gets his first official win in my universe mode. That's good for him, and I think it's really good. All three of these guys, they were awesome. I hope they're involved somehow in the future. They were great. Their movesets are cool, too. Mr. McMahon versus Finley. Okay. Mr. McMahon is coming in with a record of 2-3. He is on a winning streak, and 2-0. Here we go, Mr. McMahon, trying to even up that record of his. He has earned this. I'm not sure if he made Finley bleed or if he made Vader bleed. It might have been Vader, but he made one of those two bleed. He's sitting at $1,500 right now, but the important thing is that he's winning matches. So it does give him those superstar points that is going to give him the edge over some other people, especially if he's winning. So he's doing a great job. Mr. McMahon, 2-0 in the past couple of weeks. He's doing a great job. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the current Legends champion, versus Brian Pillman. These two finally having a singles matchup, one-on-one. This match was so good. Stone Cold Steve Austin hit the stunner on Brian Pillman, and he bounced off the ropes. I've never seen that happen. Usually they just kind of phase through the ropes, or the ropes move around them. This actually looked like the ropes were real, kind of like in the old school EA boxing fighting games. Shoot, what were they called? I forget, but the boxing games, where you would knock somebody out and they would land on the ropes and their head would just bounce off of them. that's exactly what it looked like, and Brian Pillman loses this matchup. Stone Cold has proven his point. He is better than Brian Pillman, but they're still in a rivalry. So let's see what happens. Sheamus. Sheamus has defeated Kane on Monday Night Raw. This was his debut matchup. Nothing much to say about this. Kane is at a 1-3 record. Sheamus is 1-0. So Sheamus is showing some potential. Maybe by SummerSlam he'll have enough money to make a run for the WWE Championship. We'll see. Alright, that leads us to the main event. The Rock vs. John Cena. Let's get to it. We are live from Nashville, Tennessee, and The Rock is making his way down to the ring. The Rock is undefeated. His opponent is also undefeated. One of these two superstars tonight will lose that undefeated streak. One will go on to main event. I totally forgot that that's what this match was for. Will main event Money in the Bank and face Triple H for the WWE Championship. The other man will cash in his hard-earned money in Money in the Bank. That was the stipulation for this matchup, of course. How could I forget? Triple H will have a #1 contender by the end of this matchup. I'm super excited. Let's look at the Rock stats. Let's look at John Cena's first because he's on his way out. John Cena, 44 superstar points, 16,500 money, and a 10-0 record. Did he not fight on Raw last week? I need to make sure that I got those stats right. 12. Let's look at The Rock. The Rock didn't fight last week either. Okay. The Rock, however, 25 superstar points, $29,000, and a record of 5-0. So perhaps next week, this is the second week of Raw, we're going to have the third week of Raw. Perhaps next week we'll get more answers from the King of Kings about who or what he will be doing with Money in the Bank. As I've alluded to before, he has enough money to... he has enough money to lend someone his entry into Money in the Bank. Maybe he's waiting to see who he's going to face first at Money in the Bank to, lend out his money. I don't know. John Cena, The Rock. Here we go. Cena to the early start here. Rock turning it around fast, very quick, snap suplex. Fans here in Nashville, Tennessee have been treated. It's been an excellent show. It's been an excellent card. For once, we are not in Chicago for Monday Night Raw. Mr. McMahon has moved on. Off the ropes with John Cena. Cena reverses arm drag, takedown. Rock fighting back. Oh, Samoan drop. It's not going to be enough. You're going to have to break down John Cena a little more than that. This match is going to be off the chains. I mean, this is 2 WrestleMania matches. There was The Rock versus John Cena once in a lifetime, and then there was twice in a lifetime. These two men had 2 epic WrestleMania matches. I didn't much like them, but they were what they were. I liked the storyline to them, but the matches themselves, it felt to me, to be honest, with The Rock and John Cena, were just, here's a rock bottom, reversal. Here's a sharpshooter, reversal. Here's an attitude adjustment, reversal. It was just a lot of reversals, and I didn't much care for that. It was a little predictable. By the way, the ping you heard, the first one was Candy Crush, alerting me that I had 5 lives once again. Trying to get past this level and move on to the next world. I can't seem to get it done. The one you just heard just now was telling me that Last Week with John Oliver just came out on YouTube, which is awesome. I love those. Every week it's something so informative and perfect as we see John Cena going for the 5-knuckle shuffle. There it is. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks chance. Starting up here in Nashville, you're seeing the crowd start to rise, to start to get into it. John Cena, attitude adjustment to the Rock. Rock down, 1, 2. Oh, kick out. I was going to say, is it going to end here? I was a little nervous. They got me there. He wasn't moving. The Rock was not moving. Rock reverses, takes down Cena. Cena with a nice right hand straight to the jaw. And now Cena gonna attack the legs. If you look at the path of these two superstars, you have The Rock, who defeated Andre the Giant, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt. Let's see, who else did he defeat? Oh man, I'm forgetting now. But it's been too long. But The Rock has a great record of defeating superstars. Kane was another one of them. Defeating superstars who are very, very impressive superstars. But twice as many superstars is John Cena. He's defeated 10 opponents, and all of them have been Randy Orton. That's the difference we're seeing here. So are we going for quality or quantity? We're going to find out. That's why this whole match exists. John Cena, The Rock, who is the true #1 contender. Elbow to the spine. The Rock reverses, drops Cena down. Oh, he should have just went straight for the, sharpshooter. Leveling kicks down on Cena. John Cena utilizing that top rope, hanging up The Rock. And now he's trash-talking The Rock. Whoa. Well, we saw a different side to John Cena at the Payback pay-per-view when he was defeating Randy Orton for the 10th time. He was actually really impressive in that match, and he was talking trash to Randy Orton. He was defeating him handedly. 1, 2, 3! Oh, what a horrible match, but John Cena wins again. No. What a horrible match. That match could have been better. Let's go up to his stats. Let me put in the stats here while he boasts 44 superstar points. That's going to change to 44. Okay, that changes to 49. Right, he's got 17,500 monies. He is officially in. I thought he had more though. Oh yeah, there were a lot of countouts in his matches, that's right. And then we go 11-0 for him. The Rock is going to be put down. Let's go ahead and look at this. 25 superstar points for The Rock. Again, just trying to get back into the swing of things here. I don't have my stats up like I normally do. 29,000 still for The Rock. And 5-1. He loses his perfect record. He loses to John Cena. Cena's 10, now 11 win streak is stronger than The Rock's spotty 5-0 win streak. So, okay. It looks like we will have John Cena versus Triple H at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship, and then we will have Money in the Bank, our first official entrant, The Rock. On SmackDown, I will be announcing the first official entrant from that brand. Remember, it's not even Stevens here. It's not going to be Three from Raw, Three from SmackDown. It's going to be whoever's got the money. So look forward to that on SmackDown. And then perhaps next week on Raw, we get some news from Triple H. Pretty interesting stuff leading in to Money in the Bank. Alright, we do have some news. Dean Ambrose has made a complete recovery from his injuries and is ready to compete at full strength again. If you don't remember last month when he was still battling Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose was inflicted with an injury, most likely a concussion. He fought through it. Took him a bit more time than usual to recover from that. but because of his nature to fight through things, and because of that, he has finally recovered. He will open up SmackDown with a match against Adam Rose. Remember, you can vote for these matches. Which one do you want to see? If you don't know how to vote, or if you forget to vote, follow me on Twitter, because as soon as I get these done, I edit them, I throw them up on YouTube, and I have them come out at a certain time at night. And then I tweet out what matches will be on the next episode. So it's hardly a spoiler. So don't be worried about spoilers. I will never ever spoil things on my Twitter unless it's like, 7 or 8 hours after the videos come out, and that's at a minimum. Maximum, I would probably tweet 24 hours after the first tweet. So, I mean, you've got plenty of time. There's no real spoilers on my Twitter. I hate spoilers, so, I mean, don't be afraid to follow me on Twitter. I do retweet quite a bit of stuff, and I love interacting with people. I tweet about TV, I tweet about politics, I tweet about a lot of stuff. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's the best way that you can be involved in these votes. Or you can go in the description down below, and you can click on those links that will take you to the voting section on Straw Poll, and you will easily be able to cast your vote. Remember, if you don't vote, somebody else will, and you might not get what you want. There's 6 matches to choose from. Which one do you want to see? You can choose one or several. And let's get to it. So Adam Rose versus Dean Ambrose, which is awesome. Adam Rose, I believe, let me look at Adam Rose's statistics here real quick, because I think we have some time. Let me go back to this menu here. We do have some time. Not a lot of time, but some time. Let me go to Adam Rose's stats here. I'm pretty sure he's 0-1. He is 1-1. So he's got an okay record. He's at 50%, right? Dean Ambrose, though, is destroying it. And if he keeps having these easy matchups, these layups, he's easily going to be able to be inside of Money in the Bank. He can use Money in the Bank for the WWE title, or even the Cruiserweight title, if that's what he wants. But he cannot use it to get the Legends title. If he were to lose at Money in the Bank, if he were to lose at Money in the Bank, his light heavyweight title, he could use Money in the Bank to reclaim it at any time. So, yeah, I think even if you're a champion, you're allowed in the Money in the Bank. The reason that Triple H is not allowed in Money in the Bank is because there is no title he could go for. He can't go for the Cruiserweight, he can't go for the light heavyweight. He's a superstar, he's a big superstar. It doesn't seem believable that he would want the Cruiserweight or the light heavyweight. And it's just how it goes to me. So he's not eligible for those. Legends title? Maybe, but not yet. I do have an idea of making a Hall of Fame for these current superstars, because this is going to be a continual series throughout WWE 2K16 and 17 and 18. So if Triple H has an awesome year this year and we induct him into the Hall of Fame at the end of this year, then next year he can compete for the Legends title. And that's just to kind of keep everything on the upswing. So Dean Ambrose has 9,500 as of right now. He will be at probably 10,500 after this matchup with Adam Rose. His only issue is that he usually busts open his opponents, which is not good, and that's really hurting him. But he's at an 8-3 record, so he's doing pretty good. Alright, Luke Harper, Erick Rowan will fight The Miz and Damien Mizdow. We're getting the return of Miz and Mizdow. This is great. They're still a tag team. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. Only because I like seeing Damien Mizdow. I don't think Mizdow, he hasn't debuted, but we have seen The Miz. The Miz has been pretty active. He's got a 2-4 record. Let's see if he has better luck in the tag team division rather than the singles division, which he got handedly beat by Kalisto. Luke Harper and Erick Rowan, let's look at their stats. Luke Harper is 1-1, so I assume Erick Rowan is the same. Okay, not great records, but not horrible ones either. I'm trying to think of how I can get tag teams a little bit more incorporated into this universe mode, because I feel like there's a problem there. They're stuck together, and they either win together or they lose together, and I just don't think that there's as many tag team matches as singles matches, so they just don't get as much opportunity. So I'm thinking of doing like a tag team special event, not at Money in the Bank, but at the pay-per-view after Money in the Bank, that will feature tag teams. So not purely tag teams, but we'll have like a tag team type gimmick matchup, and that's what I'm really looking for, because I just feel like the tag teams are underused on SmackDown. We will have a triple threat matchup with D'Lo Brown, Goldust, and Tyler Breeze. D'Lo Brown will be the first person we showcase here. D'Lo Brown's making his debut, and I'm excited. I love D'Lo Brown. If you're a longtime fan of this universe mode and my channel in general, you'll know I'm a huge D'Lo Brown fan. I love his little head bobble. It makes me laugh, and I think he was a great wrestler, great Intercontinental Champion. Let's go to Goldust now. Goldust is sitting at a 1-1 record. He got beat by Jack Swagger last week on SmackDown. Can he rebound and keep his over 500 record over 500? Tyler Breeze, I'm sure he's had a match. Tyler Breeze has had a match. He is 0-1. He has not yet gotten a win. Can he do it in this triple threat? Kalisto will face Dolph Ziggler 1-on-1. This is interesting because we know the history of Kalisto. Kalisto's probably one of our favorite superstars in this universe mode. He's been dominant, but Dolph Ziggler hasn't gotten a one-on-one opportunity with Kalisto yet for the championship. He defeated Kalisto the SmackDown before Payback one-on-one. So it should be interesting to see if Dolph Ziggler can get a second win over Kalisto. If that's the case, I would say that Dolph Ziggler is your #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I would love to see that match. You guys haven't seen those matches. I don't think you voted for them. But those two matches that were just Kalisto and Dolph Ziggler, if you don't remember the one before Extreme Rules, Kalisto rolled up Dolph Ziggler and got the pin. And then the one before Payback, Dolph Ziggler hit zigzag or whatever, and Kalisto got pinned. So it's kind of an even thing here, and this is going to be the tiebreaker match for me, whether I decide it's going to be Dolph Ziggler or whoever 2K chooses. But Kalisto does have a huge match on Thursday Night SmackDown. And you know what? If I'm telling you to vote for something, probably that one. These matches have been superb. We do have our rivalry between Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore versus The New Day. WWE, what are they doing with the tag teams? I don't know. I'm going to watch Raw tomorrow. We'll talk about it later. But if you want to vote for this one, you will be able to see this match. Enzo Amore is amazing. I love that guy. Then in the main event, we will have AJ Styles versus Christian. 2 months ago, AJ Styles lost to Christian due to an interference by Finn Balor. Now, with Finn Balor in the past, can AJ Styles get a redemption win over Captain Charisma? Should be pretty interesting. I like that match too. These matches look pretty entertaining, actually. So, there you go. Vote. Use your democratic process and get out there and vote. Otherwise, the match you want to see might not be the match you get. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for participating. And Derek D. Ginger King, checking out.